In the Sound Epistemology video released December 23, 2024, Jamie speaks with Anand, or Andy, about his belief that he needs to take responsibility for his own actions. A few minutes before that video interview happened, I had a chance to talk to him about one of those actions that may have helped put those thoughts into the forefront of his mind. We recorded these interviews during our day of filming at Georgia State, the day after the 2024 election, and students were eager to talk about many topics. Anand is an enthusiastic and charismatic interlocutor, and I hope you enjoy the candor he brings to this conversation. My name is Nick, and this is Conversations on the Coast.
What do you major?
Anthropology. What's your major? Yes.
Marketing, but I'm here just for a degree.
Who's the
No,
flower
honestly.
for?
No, I'm not laughing because I don't believe you're in marketing. I'm laughing because of what you told me and because of what's going on.
Yeah, the flower is basically this girl, and I need to manipulate her into what I want her to do, so I got this.
So what is
What
it that you want her to do?
So basically, this girl, she has a friend.
Okay.
Now I'm with her, right? But I was with her friend last night. She found out, and I need to manipulate her a bit.
Oh my.
But
Okay.
actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, she loved this.
But that is manipulative. You're right, to give her an object.
Well, to be honest, I'm being honest, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I say, you mean a lot to me. It says, you are my sweetheart, that is true. I just got one more.
Oh.
Well, can I share something about myself?
Mm-hmm.
So I have, for the last 13 years,
Mhm.
been in a polyfidelist relationship with two women.
Mhm.
One of them I'm legally married to. The other I've given a ring to, and I consider my wife.
Mm-hmm.
We're all big, kind of one big happy family. But I spend half the week with one woman and half the week with the other.
Real man, I like it.
So we have an ethical, non-monogamous relationship. Now the question is, do you believe that if you're out sleeping with a woman and then sleeping with another woman, how does that relate to the relationship and the agreement you have with either woman?
See, the way I see it is, the most important thing is honesty and integrity.
Okay.
Now, when I use the word manipulation, does that mean I'm lying to her? Not really. But I do really want to reassure her that I really do like her, and I really do like her. But physically, I'm attracted to her friend. Her friend really is pretty. And she's someone I admire spending my time with. We spent like 8 hours yesterday.
Uh-huh.
And she's beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful. It's not just sex, right? There's more to life than just sex. Intimacy is what I like.
Mm-hmm.
And we are really open and really transparent, right?
Okay.
And this girl who I'm going to give this flower to, she is very beautiful herself. Do I regret the decision I made? No, I don't regret the decision I made, because I made it very clear to her. See, I like you, but
Okay.
I'm not going to explicitly make this an exclusive relationship. I already said that.
Okay.
And I put that foot forward.
Yeah.
And she completely agrees. She's like, yeah. And me, I respect her completely. I don't force her. I don't coerce her into doing anything that I want. I don't force her to do anything.
Yeah.
But certainly, I'm a man who understands female psychology rather well. I've read like around 22 books on psychology, so I understand how that works. So, it's
So why does having read 22 books on psychology give you a good insight into?
all these books were written by people who have had their PhD, and most of these books were Harvard Business Review books. And as a businessman myself, I understand the importance of understanding power dynamics
Okay.
and politics,
Yeah.
and most importantly, understanding the way manipulation and persuasion works.
Yeah.
Now, many people have a negative connotation with regards to the term manipulation. I don't see it that way, because once again, I'm not forcing her to do something I want. I'm not cheating her into doing something I want.
Yeah.
It's a way of me implicitly
Yeah.
telling her, see, this is a situation.
Yeah.
I messed up here, but I still want to reassure you that you're beautiful. I find you extremely beautiful.
Yeah.
And I genuinely apologize if I made you feel special.
Yeah.
You are special to me, but not the only one.
Yeah.
Now the thing with...
So, sorry, if you don't mind me pausing, I want to rewind back a little, because you said something really interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
You said you read these 22 books, and I asked, why are reading these 22 books?
Well, these were
Why
written-
does that make you? Hang on. Sorry, I apologize. I just want to get to one point, which is that you said they were written by people who had their PhD. Okay?
Yes, that is true.
What does that tell you about whether what's written in the books is true?
Well, all these studies were more objective rather than subjective, so
Okay.
their own personal bias and perspectives were not really presented.
Okay.
Now we all have our own perspectives, yes.
Yeah.
But a fact is a fact, right?
Sure.
Now,
So, sorry, and I just want to go back to this. So first you talked about how it was written by people with PhDs, And then when I asked you about that, you mentioned studies. So which is more important to you? The fact that the authors are credentialed people, or the studies that their work is based on?
As a man, I look at two things: information and instruction. I derive the instruction from the information I read, and the information I read should be based on a certain statistic. Yes.
Okay.
And all these studies were done on certain statistics.
Yeah.
And based on these statistics, I gathered information, and from the information I gathered, I evaluated what kind of action I should take.
Okay.
And based on those actions, I plan what I do.
Okay. So what you're saying, if I'll rephrase this to you, tell me if I have this wrong. So you're saying that the studies and the results of the data coming out of the studies
From the statistics.
bears more weight to you? Oh, thank you.
Most certainly. No, to
Oh,
statistics.
I thought you were
no.
handing me a rose.
There are three different women. I mean, you're not women, yeah? But yeah, four including you. Yeah. But yeah, I think the most important thing at the end of the day is you.
Lucky you, I know, it's crazy.
So you have your information in the right place.
Yeah.
You get from a credible source. Harvard Business Review is a credible, authentic source.
Okay.
At least that's what I'm told. And from my studies,
Yeah.
Harvard
Okay.
Harvard Business Review. Now that's an axiom. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have
Okay.
any foundation to back it up. But
Interesting.
right. So I'll be very transparent
Yeah.
here.
What-
Very candid.
If
I have no foundation to back up everything from Harvard Business Review is authentic. But what I can tell you is the authors do have a PhD, and you can search it up, and they do have a PhD.
So, if you were to find out, some study came out that said that all along Harvard Business Review has been controlled by some political pack or some corporation.
Well,
What would that tell you about? Would that change your opinion of the results of the study?
I'm a smart man, yeah. So me, as I said, the only books I read are books I read so I can take action on.
Yeah.
And anything which has a political agenda or propaganda in it, no.
Okay.
Because the first thing I do when I read a book, when I pick
Right.
up a book, is I briefly just go through the pages, scroll
Yeah.
through the pages, look at the table of contents, see the author.
Right.
Is this author credible enough for me to learn from?
Yeah.
Right? And in that
So-
particular perspective, if it did have any political propaganda which was presented,
Yeah.
next.
So would that change your opinion of the study that you had previously read?
Most certainly, yes, because as a man of politics, I am very, I'm very aware of what people are trying to present explicitly and implicitly.
Yeah.
And people have that tendency to interweave their philosophy within certain discussions and conversations.
Yeah.
And me, I have a very analytical mind that way, and I'm very critical about the way I see things.
Yeah.
I can read between the lines, if that's what you're asking. Yes, I do. And if it has anything that does not support my agenda of
Right.
me gathering information and taking action, next book.
So let's dig into that just a little bit more. So if you have a source, whether it's the Harvard Business Review or a study or a PhD author, how do you tell whether what they're telling you is true, is credible? How do you validate a source?
That's a fantastic question. How do I validate a source? Well, two things. Number one, I ask my librarian. That's actually number one. I ask my
interesting. Okay.
librarian,
Yeah.
and I take my librarian's word for it. Right? That's how I know whether something's valid and authentic. So that's the first one. Number two is the origin of source. Where exactly is this originated from? Is it written, is it a blog article? Is it a YouTube video? Is it a newspaper? Because you have two different YouTube videos. One is talking about how Donald Trump is the best. Another one is how Kamala Harris is the best.
Yeah.
Now, what is their credibility? Is that a perspective? Is that a bias? Is that an opinion? Is that a fact?
Yeah.
What kind of information is that? Now, as I said, I'm an analytical man, and I don't read anything without purpose. I'm very intentional that way.
Yeah.
And whether the source is credible or authentic does not matter. If it works for me, it works for me. Because I'm there to take action, not for me to, enhance my philosophy or develop my knowledge on certain subjects. No. I'm here to learn how to paint, not what the painting is about. So that's the way I would summarize it for you.
Nice. I love what you have to say. Tell me your name.
My name's Anand.
Anand?
Yeah.
A-N-A-N?
D.
A-N-A-N-D. Anand.
You can call me Andy because that's my professional name on LinkedIn. You can get my LinkedIn. I'd love to connect with you and
Awesome.
speak with you. You seem
Yeah,
very insightful.
I'd love to exchange contact information and introduce you to the Sound Epistemology YouTube channel. So what we do is-
Epistemology means the theory of knowledge, right?
Yep.
Study of knowledge. My bad. Oh, my phone's dead.
That's
my
right.
phone is dead.
Okay.
Now me, I'm not manipulating you. It really is
No,
dead.
that's fine.
So-
I will take your
Yeah.
I'll take your number then.
Take my number?
and I'll get a hold of you. I'll get a hold of you later. This
Now-
this interview will probably drop on the channel.
What?
You're gonna have to buy another rose.
Well, actually, I can. Actually, you know what? You can keep it.
Oh, thank you.
Trust me. No, in exchange, I need something, but I'll tell you that later.
So I'm interested. So are you so I don't know your preferences with regard to partners. Do you find Anand charming?
Yeah, I do.
Are you charmed by this?
I do.
Is this potentially a meet cute word that I'm witnessing here?
No, it's not. He reminds me of my cousin, my very intelligent and cute cousin.
No, I'm irreplaceable, but okay.
Yeah. Seems like it to
Of course,
me.
as everyone is.
Awesome.
No.
I am going to turn off. You've been listening to Conversations on the Coast, a series from Washington State featuring civil conversations using street epistemology to explore what people believe and why. Find out more at streetepistemology.com.